Chat, do you hear this? Just straight up disrespect.
Fucking Warhog, can you stop being a bit? Fine. Warhog, you stay here, you be a good boy, okay? I love you.
Somebody clip that shit, please. Or after you're done, fucking clip that. So you give kissy faces to the Warthog.
No. That's alright. Dang, gross. Alright. You're no fun.
Oh my god.
Oh, and then Hunter just blows me the fuck up.
Fucking really.
Why did Cat say it that one time only after killing one elite?
No, I do not know. Probably the game feeling sorry for us.
I don't want the game's fucking sympathy. Oh, I'm dead.
Oh god, fucking done. Oh no, I don't want to be yeeted. Oh, don't yeet me. Oh, daddy. Oh, fuck. Oh god. No, 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 no.
Get it, Mickey Mouse. Get it. Fuck him up.
Oh,
Oh,
Scooby. Oh.
Gorge. I sure will kill him.
I will kill him. And I'll do it again.
I'll do it again.
Now, Goofy. Goofy, you can't admit to fucking anything, alright?
But I'm a murderer.
But I'm a murderer.
I'm a murderer.
I'll
Just love killing.
I'll just love killing.
I'll do it again.
Chat, do you hear this? Just straight up disrespect.
Fucking Warhog, can you stop being a bit? Fine. Warhog, you stay here, you be a good boy, okay? I love you.
Somebody clip that shit, please. Or after you're done, fucking clip that. So you give kissy faces to the Warthog.
No. That's alright. Dang, gross. Alright. You're no fun.
Oh my god.
Oh, and then Hunter just blows me the fuck up.
Fucking really.
What happens if I just like take a bass and just resample that? Well, we already got a spectral noise here. Oh. Wait, that's kind of cool. Wait. That's C4. You guys hearing that? That's so cool.
So, it's actually really simple. So, do you have an M.2, or are you looking for, yes, things look good, are you coming in to do your chaos? So do you have an M.2 slot, or do you have an SS, or are you just wanting...
I feel like I'm interrupting something right now.
Your SSD. Both are really simple to do, and, honestly, once you buy it,
Please be bad.
a couple.
No, I swear to God. Fuck you, Wheel! Damn it! It can't be good twice in a row. Damn it!
M.2. So
Fine.
honestly, M.2.
Fine.
If you have a newer motherboard, like I would say past 2015 style motherboard, newer. All my donations. Yay! Now my security guards have to work. So There might
I really hope there is. I would want to do that, but I feel like I would get so into it, I would get really embarrassing live on Twitch.
Dude,
the clips will haunt me for the rest of my life. Of me just being like fucking sloshed, role playing as Bigfoot.
Perfect teamwork. Farewell.
And you wanted to surrender. We could have not had that round. We're 1 point away from winning, and you wanted to surrender? I'm scared? Good. That's how you know you're alive. On the side, just do like a little bit of like that. And then like something like that. About like the what, like 1500. Cool. As like the final touch. That way it's coming out just nice and like fat as fuck. Coming out of theorem into the effect. Maybe a little bit of this too. We'll dial that. Hell yeah, dude.
Bunch of dynamite. Where are we? Oh, we're in the hole.
No, the aforementioned hole.
The aforementioned hole?
Didn't they say like Jesus was at the bottom of it or something, and they had like what
I don't know. Does it?
Bye, Jesus! Yeah, you know what, you're right. Cat, get in. Specifically cat.
Is that Harold?
Yes.
God damn it, that's fucking Harold.
Hi, chat. Hi, everybody. It's your boy Blue. Back with another music stream. What is up? So I have ideas for stream today. I don't know what we're gonna do though. Like I have ideas, but like nothing concrete because it's kind of all depending on who shows up. So default is gonna be some sound design, and then might be working on one of the two songs that I've been working on to continue progress on that. I did have an idea of doing like an educational stream where we kind of go through all the different sound designs of like heavy EDM production for music producers that are learning how to make some of these more exotic sounds and how to kind of get there, like get the fundamentals. So that could be cool. I'm also working on maybe another educational stream where we talk about like song structure and writing music from scratch. It just all depends on who shows up and who wants to hear it. Because if people are just trying to vibe and hang out, then I don't really see the point. If we don't have any like heavy EDM producers in chat. So we're gonna default to just kind of vibing and making some sounds. I figured the worst thing I could possibly do is make drums, so I kind of want to make drums right now. And yeah, well, we can just start off with that. Make sure my Windows looks okay. Boom. I'm sure everything will be fine today. So lately I've been doing all my drums through Kick 2. Kick 2 is just a really awesome drum synthesizer for like sculpting drums. And I recently learned a really cool processing trick in Kick 2. So if I go to, we're gonna make just a new MIDI track here. I'm gonna get Kick 2. Boom. And you know, just the default in it. But I recently learned when I was making my most recent snare I've made. Where you at? 35 snares. Where do you live? One of those, which is kind of like a pan snare, very metallic, short and snappy. And for making a lot of snares, it's you have like a very short pitch modded sine wave, and then some noise layers to texture over it to make the snare sound. But a pan snare has more like resonating tone, like it's more tonal. And so in order to kind of achieve that in Kick 2, when you go to your layering, you only really have noise layers to play with. They don't really have a lot of more whole tones. Or not just like clean synthesized tones. It's all just a lot of different variants of noise, and sometimes with some other harmonics, but not a lot of tones. But what that I learned and how I made that pan snare is I can just take a sine wave and just drag and drop it in there. And then I technically have another oscillator to play with. That's the fun part. So what then I thought I could do, what little experiment I've been thinking about, is getting a bunch of samples of just perfect basic shape tones at a bunch of different octaves, and then loading it into Kick 2, seeing what I can make. So that's essentially our premise here. So real quick, we're gonna just knock this out, where we can set this to resampling, and we'll just grab a Serum 2, make it easy. And we have our basic shapes here. So I don't really see us using a saw wave, but let's just get a couple saw waves in there. So I'll do, that is multiple bars. Let's just do one bar. And we'll make it a C. This will be C3. Saw wave at C3. Cool. So then we go to resample that. Perfect. And because I like everything to be clean, remove those edges, consolidate so it's one perfect loop, and then we're going to save this real quick to saw C3. Add this to sample pool, throw it in the utility. And then let's do a saw at C4. So again, move those. I wish I could make it not do that by default. That would be really cool. If you zoom way in here and see that saw, it is weird that we're getting those little. I wonder what that's about. Why we're getting those? It should be a perfect transition. We shouldn't be getting little waves there. I almost wonder what that's about. If I freeze this track and bring it down. Still has it, okay. Interesting. Unfreeze track. Is there something built into Serum that might be affecting that? I don't think so. It's fine. It's fine. So I grab this real quick, rename it, do saw C4. And sure, why not? Let's do just a saw C2 real quick. And record that. Cool. Move these, because when we hit consolidate, it will do the fading, and we don't want that. We want a perfect waveform. C2. Cool. And then we can go back into Serum here. We already have our sine wave, so I don't need any more sine waves. But let's get some triangle waves. A little low, but that's fine. Consolidate. Would have been great to do this before a stream, but it shows you how prepared I can be. We'll just go try C2. Yeah, I'm gonna just try to knock these out real quick and then move them all at once. Fuck, cut that one. So then we can do this. Consolidate. Yay, and it's in the same folder. Cool. We'll go try C3, PO. You did not do what I asked. Cool. And let's record that. Very nice. Consolidate. Try C3. What? Sure. Or not? What did we just do? I don't know what I just did. What? No, just fucking let me name it. Oh no, this is C4. That's why. Right, this is a C4. Okay, no, I was just. So then we could go over to sample pool, throw those in there. Yay! All right, one more. We're gonna get quick about it. What up, Quantum? How you doing, man? Good to see you once again. Pop in the signature emote. We're gonna now do the same thing with a square wave, which I think is the one I'm probably gonna need them. Like I want to play with the most here. Because a square wave has all even harmonics. So I bet everybody loved that sound just now. Don't lie to me. Trust the process. It sounds weird, I know. Let's also zoom in, I'm curious. Looks like there is some form of distortion going on here. I don't know what that's about. Also, how did I do these ones? Oof. Okay. These are like perfect. Fascinating. I made them exactly like 0 dB. Yep. I also made them way shorter. Why am I making them so long? Okay, maybe I should have looked at that before doing. Anyway. Fuck it. Let's be reasonable here. There has to be something I'm doing, though, to cause this weird, almost, distortion going on with the phases. And I don't know what it is. Perhaps Serum wasn't the best choice. The beefy software. What if I just got a, oh, shit. Operator. Maybe. Operator confuses me sometimes, though. No, I'm sure it'll be fine. Anyway. So this is gonna be loud. I'm sorry. Oh, fuck my ears. Okay, yep. Hopefully, no, yep, and that's when someone comes into the stream. Cool, that is exactly what everyone wanted to come in here. Ah! And why is it still distorting on the edge? Fuck you! What is this shit? What are you doing? Cool. A beefy fucking thing, though. You know what? It's fine. Because even if it's not perfect, it will still do what we want it to do. And I care more about that right now. So now we're going to take it down an octave. This should be slightly more pleasant to the ears. I'm just going to turn down this by like a fuck ton to like save you guys. Hopefully it does. Ah, yes, of course, but then it ruins that. Cool. No. That makes sense. And by it makes sense, I mean it makes no fucking sense. I feel like you might have been involved now. Shit. Can we not have it like fucking as loud as possible though? Like what if... So 12 Serum. I'll just take it directly out of there. I startled myself, I ain't gonna lie. This startled me. And it's still doing it. Okay, whatever. We continue on. Also gotta name this guy real quick. This was the Square C4. This would be the Square C3. And then we need to make our C2 real quick. Cool. God, that is so fucking loud. That's a cool, interesting thing about square waves. It is the loudest waveform. It's the loudest because it is almost constantly at its maximum output at any given point in either phase, which is why it sounds so fucking loud. Cool. Get you. Your name is now Square C2. Grab you guys. Sample pool. Alright, cool. Now the prep work is done. Thank you for bearing with me for that. I just needed to get that done. So now we can hop over to Kick 2. And make sure it's actually tied to the piano. So that's just with the sine wave from before. But now we can take one of these square waves, for example. We'll take the C4 one, the one that sounded absolutely fucking awful. Turn it down a little bit. And if we do this, this is what the waveform actually looks like. We're also gonna adjust the length a little bit here. We want it short and snappy. And then we can do this. No. There we go. Like this. And then now we got a... Another cool thing, or not cool thing, but important thing to do. It's kind of cool. Most snare like we can look at this from an engineering perspective. So if we want a snare, we got to have the fundamental of a snare, and that's usually around from somewhere from like 200 to 400. So right here, it tells us the hertz. So this would be perfect for a kick, but for a snare, it's a little frequency's a little too low. So we could bring this all the way up to about 200. I usually like to try to find a note that's close to a note I like playing a lot for my music. Like F sharp is in a lot of keys I write with. We could use F sharp. We could also use like an A, maybe. Yeah, that's still pretty close to 200. A is like one of my favorite notes. Is it weird that I have a favorite note? Does anyone else have a favorite note? And then by default, they got this crazy fucking thing. Let's just simplify the hell out of that because we don't need all of that. That's just, who wants it? Who needs you? Maybe more something like this. There we go. And then so I don't have to reach over to my piano every time, I'm gonna turn on the note function so I can use my keyboard as a piano. It is not MIDI mapped, so it doesn't really care what note you play. All notes are gonna just trigger the exact same frequency. Which is why this is so great for engineering drums, because you're not playing it like a piano, you're playing it like a percussive instrument. And then we can also mess with how it goes from C10 to A3, so we can make it a little bit more gradual. Then we can hop back over here. So the amplitude window is just kind of literally doing the the volume shaping of the sample. And this is how you could adjust how big and long the percussive element is. So, you know, it's cool. Sounds like a snare. Or not a snare, but like a hit, a hollow instrument. If you look right here, down in our frequency spectrum, I wish I had a little bit more room to fit all this. But right here, right at that 200 range, it's exactly where we want our fundamental. Fundamental being the root of the sound and the strongest part of it that is carrying the like dynamic and the character of it. Or no, I guess the character is more allocated to the formants. Yeah, sure. Fancy technical terms. No one cares. Cool. So now we can play with the tonal aspects here and why we went through all that work in the beginning to get that tonal stuff. So we go back to the sample pool, have those locked and loaded. And what I've learned with these types of snares is having it perfectly on note is bad. You want very inharmonic notes. So we can then just mess with the pitch wheel here, and we can get it higher, we can get it lower, and we can get it, most importantly, off that perfect tone. So we can get this back up here. Let's drag it out a little longer. Yeah, something maybe like this. Kind of want it to like ring on a little bit. And then we could get another one. Maybe we could try out the... Maybe the triangle C3 will do something. So kind of same concept. If it'll allow me. Goodness. Very tonal. Now this was an experiment. On the other one I made, I only used sine waves, and I was very curious what other basic shapes would do in this process. So we're also learning this together. Now, for it to have a real sound to it, like I showed it off on stream the other day, obviously anyone that knows a drum sound will know that's not, like, it sounds very heavily synthesized, but we want to at least sound somewhere in the realm of realism. And so having like one noise layer, especially for the attack or maybe for the decay, could help out a lot too. So. Gonna get this going a little longer. Interesting. Yeah, since I guess the square wave is made of all even harmonics, it ends up being very tonal. And maybe we don't want that. So, fuck, what's... Sorry you had to hear that. I'm gonna uncheck that button real quick. What happens if we do a saw? And I want to mess around with the noise layer a little bit more. Maybe... Cool, cool, cool. Very nice. I like that tone. Yeah. Then we get like an upper tone. We still gotta dial this one in. Well, the triangle is working well. Maybe we just use the triangle 4. Ooh, that's playful. Yeah. We can work on this noise layer a little bit better. One thing we also could do, and I've experimented with this a bit, is I could take a sample from a real drum and use that to hijack the high end, specifically to get the attack of a real snare. Yeah. Then I could throw that in there. And then we have a real snare in here now. Or we can invert it and we have the attack of the sound come more digital while the tail is more authentic. Well, yeah, now it sounds like a real snare. Get that little bit of a rattle in there, kind of like you hear with a real one. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I'm just over here punching my fucking snare drum. Give me another one of these. I want to control this decay a little. Because once we process it, a lot of it's going to get exaggerated. So we want it to be very tame coming out of here. I want this as tame. And I also just really love snappy sounding drums. My real snare drum sounded great. This guy? Yeah, sure does. Sounds like a snare drum. Messing around with it. That's fun. That sounds fun. Yeah, cool. Cool. I could play with it more here and like have it sweep down more. Not sure if I like that though. No, I don't. I don't like that. And maybe just bring this back a little bit. But make this louder, because this is our fundamental. So we want to make sure our fundamental is nice and loud. So maybe bring down this guy just a little bit. Yeah, I think this higher one here probably be brought down a little bit because there's not as much going on in the high end, so it has a lot more headroom to be a little quieter and still be audible. And maybe we can dial back the noise layer because that's going to get exaggerated here in a moment. And let's also high pass this so it's not messing with our fundamental. We could also play with the sub control a little bit here too, and do some fun stuff with this by doing something like that. Yeah. I still want it to be a little bit more metallic, because it's supposed to be a pan snare, so it's not supposed to sound like you're hitting leather. It's supposed to sound like you're hitting a hard surface. So I almost want to say this needs to decay quicker. Quantum. Oh, quantum. All right. Okay. We now have to stand for a half hour. And watch as 30 things get disconnected from my PC. Oh, it's good to stand though. It's good. It's good for your heart. It's good for your legs. It's good for you. It's sit enough as is. Yeah. All right. Maybe a little bit more. A little higher. There we go. Okay. Damn, and I made everything more expensive and people still out here wailing. All right. Well, you're always lurking in the chat though, so that doesn't surprise me, Quantum. Use them points or save them. I'm probably gonna just need to take the time to do it, but I need to add a VIP redeem to make someone a VIP. So then people can redeem for VIP stuff. Save for the next Uma stream? Okay, well, just for that, tomorrow will be the next Uma stream then. Let's do that then. Since tomorrow is Gotcha Thursdays. And I did Zenless last week, so we'll do Uma this week. I haven't played Uma in like almost a month, so. Alright, cool. We're gonna call that good. So now we're gonna start the post-process end of things. So collapse that because that's fucking taking up way too much screen real estate. And what I want to do to make my life easier is I want to group this into an instrument rack. It just makes things make more sense. So first thing I want is a saturator to make it sound big, sound very big, very nice, very nice. And then we want to lower the kind of like saturation curve on the low end so we can preserve that fundamental. All right, now for pan snare, find a corpus, because then what we could do with the corpus is we can add some more tonality to it. Some more inharmonic tonality on top of what we already have. I do daily logins, but that's about it. I like so many of my gotchas. Fair enough. I'm so bad at even doing my dailies because I just don't ever take the time to log in. Like, I can do it on my phone, but I'm just like never really sitting down on my phone. I'm kind of like a next thing kind of guy where it's just like, all right, what now? And I just kind of go through my day just going hard until I get to go to bed. Which I don't like going to bed, so basically just go hard. Maybe try A4 real quick. And then we can do some multi-band compression. So once again, just boost it and give it even more presence. You hate sleeping too? Hell yeah. Join me, brother. Fucking, why sleep when there's like 1,000 things I want to be doing? There's just never enough time in the day to do them all. This is like almost there, like, just gotta find the right frequency here. Actually, I kind of like that. So that's just the sound that I'm adding to it. So I'm just soloing this additive effect. So it's kind of the layer I'm trying to marry to this while trying to stay subtle with it. And then we can maybe get something a little bit more out of the transient. This will be a little hard. This is something new I'm going to try here. But like, what if I do something like this? And with the hold and decay and attack all the way down. So the noise generation is only happening on that like first like 10 milliseconds. Just give a little bit of white noise, that first initial pop. Okay, now what we could do, I'm gonna pop this back up again. This is like my monitoring right here, so I can see how this sound is changing as I add these effects. But this one, I'm actually gonna like do legit curves here. So maybe something a little bit around that 1K for that sound. Well, take out around this like 500 range, because that's your melodic window, so that's like your pianos and everything. So taking that out kind of makes sure that your drums have space to have melodic elements on top of them. As long as we preserve this fundamental and these upper formants, the personality of the sound will be preserved. But if we make too big of a cut, then you can hear that it's being mutilated. So it's a nice little touch and give thing. I might even be able to get away by just cutting up until the fundamental. So the fundamental we have pretty much right at 200. And now that upper triangle wave that was kind of sort of audible is now very present. So we could go back in here and play with that again. Either maybe lower the volume so it's not driven up as high. Which already that's like better. Or we can, let's see, we have it on a +6. Let's play around with it. Never mind, I fucking love that. That's actually awesome. We're gonna keep that. That's just a fun sounding drum now. It's a little hollow sounding. I don't think it's going to be very good for like a drop snare, but something for like an intro, I can see some potential. We'll lower it down a little bit more. Maybe raise it. I actually don't know. Never mind, it was kind of perfect where it was. Changed my mind. And I still kind of want it to ring out a little bit. Because, like, you hit, say, something metallic. I'm trying to look for something in the room that's metallic. I'll pick that up later. Alright. So I have a needle nose pliers and a staple gun. And it doesn't resonate, motherfucker! Alright. Coffee mug. This actually will do it way better. Notice how it holds on? Like that little decay at the end of it, and it's a higher frequency. But that initial hit is a little bit lower. So if we're trying to make a very like metallic ringing sound, like hitting a coffee mug, then we're gonna want that upper, those upper formants to have a little bit of a longer subtle decay on them. Okay, I gotta pick up this vest because it bugs me and I have OCD. Fuck. Alright. Okay, I'm back. What's up, guys? Alright, cool. So, we adjusted that. I like that. Now, the most important part for a nice stabby drum is to do some dynamic expression control, or transient shaping for short. Moss. Hell yeah. And even to be more fun with it, let's see. No, we want a shifter. We'll get a shifter. I can then take this fine tune knob here and just bring it down a little bit to kind of get it off key again and make it just like non-tonal. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But like moving it a few hertz sometimes could be just that little extra step for that realism. Because we're using these perfect perfectly in tune signals to build this sound. So throwing all of it ever so slightly off can make it a little bit more organic. It's kind of fucking with our fundamental though. I need a formant shifter super bad, and I don't have a formant shifter, do I? Or maybe I do. I have a formant filter. There's a formant shifter that I'm looking into buying that's $100, and I'm currently saving for that. So subscribe now so I may spend money on more music software. Yeah, that's cool. And maybe this guy. All right. So the next step is, I actually don't know. This is where it kind of gets to like taste. Like another thing I've experimented with is to once again introduce another like perfect signal. By doing like a hybrid reverb, we'll put this before the transient shaping. And then we get one of those perfect tones again. This time we'll use like the sine wave. Because it's very inoffensive. Then we can do something like that. And then we get just a whole nother tone we get to now layer onto the sound. And like that's kind of like how I like building these snares, is just adding all these tones on top of it in a very short, snappy way. Until you get a nice ratio of everything that it sounds cool. So like there's almost something there now. Like that's a cool little blip there. So let's go ahead and do some EQing on it. I want to like EQ it in a way where I get rid of that fundamental, so that way we keep the fundamental clean. Maybe even increase the decay. To add some like noise to that tail. And we'll also remove the pre-delay. Draw it back, make it a little bit more subtle. I also want it well, we'll make the bass mono. We'll make the whole... No, shit, I don't know, actually. Maybe make it stereo? Because we want snares wide. What's up, Gavin the Maker? How's your day going? I actually really like this shape right now as a layer. That's fun. That sounds fun. And then I might just bring this forward too and kind of do that same thing and then preserve that initial attack. Might dial it back. Cool. That's a fun little snare. Doing good. Hell yeah, man. We are making... Right now, we're just fucking around making some drums. Kind of like waiting for the stream to start up and for people to come in, so I figured I'd just do something random that's just a little tedious. Making drums is something I don't do enough, and I want to... My goal is to fill my library full of drums that I've made over time. Because I have this like weird purist thing where I like to make my songs 100% from scratch. So the more original stuff I can fill my library with, the less I have to use other people's samples. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but it's just like it's something I challenge myself to do. And then depending on who joins in today, I was debating on maybe doing a like an educational stream where I either talk about sound like heavy EDM sound design, or I talk about songwriting and kind of like songwriting structural tool tips to like get through writer's block. And if I don't really get any of like the more heavy EDM producers in the stream, then I'm just going to work on a song that I've been working on and we all can just vibe together. So that's kind of today's stream right now. And we're just starting off by making this weird tonal snare. Which is cool. This is a fun little snare. This is like a new way I'm trying out making snares. And so far the sounds I get out of it I have been liking. What we are missing right now is some stereo width. We could also use the Plonk effect rack from Virtual Riot. I also noticed that's pretty cool for these. It's a little finicky, but it once again adds yet another tone to all of this. It's just tone on tone on tone on tone. It's weird. It's almost like a snare that's a chord, but it's not even like harmonically related. It's weird. Where is the Plonk rack? Give me the Plonk rack. What are you talking about? Ploink, sorry, I fucking spelled it wrong. Yeah, there we are. Get the snare Plonk rack. So completely changes the sound, which I don't really like. But we can there's our OG sound, and then we can just kind of blend this in. Cool. Adds a little bit more width, another tone. Hell yeah. Now we're getting pretty metallic while still having that like snare hit lying underneath. And then I want some width, so like reverb is a good place to go here. See what like reverb does. Kind of ruins my transients a little bit. There's no way we spent an hour making one snare. Of course we have. That is my life. So, you know, I'm just not gonna worry about the pre-rolls right now. She'll be okay. And then chorus might help. Sometimes it's detrimental. This is another way we can add some more side information. Cool. Then we're going to do yet another EQ. Another one. But this time we're going to do some mid-side EQing so we can work on that side stereo. We get it nice and wide there at the top and maybe even a little bit wider in the mid. It's just like slaps. And then on here, we can maybe just boost this a little bit and boost you down here. Still want this just to be a little tighter. And maybe what we could do is we could add a drum bus. To once again really emphasize this transient, make it nice and punchy, and get a little bit more distortion. That's mean. That sounds very mean. I'm not sure if I want to be doing that to my low end right now. Maybe if I just dial this back. Seems like it's going to do it no matter what. Try to tune this to what we're actually hitting here, which is an A. Maybe increase the amount a little bit more on that. Up a little bit. And somewhere in here, I might be able to bring this off just a little bit and kind of do some gain reduction. Yeah, right here on the saturation would probably help. Maybe boost this a little bit more. Kind of want to take this back now. Just like real tight EQ here. I don't want it to sound too boxy. We went back to 6, and now that sounds cool. Hell yeah! That sounds really cool. I like that. Oh, and then finally, last thing, we'll add a clipper. That way it's at 0 dB and has this like really nice like top end to it. Some controlled clipping. Looks like it's not even doing it that much anyway. It's already really controlled. Almost like want to take this reverb here and throw this at the end. So I get that tail back a little bit. What up, Trigger? How you doing? What's up, buddy? At least you changed it up this time. I'm proud of you. You know what? I want to take this signal and actually go more mono. Because I feel like it's fucking with my ears. Go something a little bit more like this. Well, that's how you know it's not incest. What happens if I increase the length here? I kind of like that. I'm learning a new song, actually 3 new songs right now. Well, hell yeah, dude. Oh, and it's been 30 minutes since the desk raised, so I could sit back down. Fuck yeah. Uppies!
Do 10 push-ups, you baka!
But I just sat down. Why would you do that to me? Oh. Are we live again? Are we live? Everything good? We live? Hello? I think raising and lowering my desk wiggled my Ethernet cable just a little too much. Everything looks like we're live, so I think we're okay. I think it was just a little bloop. OBS didn't stop, which was good. So. Oh, but the viewers did go down. That sucks. Anyway, 10 push-ups starting now. Yay! Oh. Oof. Back with food? Okay. I thought you left me there for a minute. Alright, and then we can reset. Cool beans. Alright, how am I feeling about this snare? I actually like that a little bit more. Then we can like do this. I haven't ate, so I thought I probably should. Yeah, you should. You should eat. Please eat. You visited Jim today? Who's Jim? Talking about the Jim? What Jim? The one that, okay, so the Jim.
Squats have been added.
Fuck! I just sat down. Are you running out of points? Why didn't you redeem those back to back? Why are you holding on to points? Dude. Okay. Oh wait, no, that was Quantum that did it. I thought that was Trigger once again. Okay. Good. Good. I want you to keep those points spent. Hello! Daft Punk Extreme. Also, I'm happy to see that the YouTube chat shows up on the down here as well. I wasn't sure if that was working. You're the first person to comment on the YouTube side of things. What's up? How's life treating you? Welcome to the stream. Alright, I'm going to call this snare done. This is kind of just for funsies. I'm going to real quick just bounce this snare out. Add it to the library. Maybe it's a good snare and I use it. Sometimes I don't really know a snare is good until I like actually give it context. And some snares work really well in situations that others don't. So it's hard to tell sometimes. Trigger, I swear to God. Trigger is everywhere at once. You know, Trigger, you do a really good job making me feel like I'm big because I already have my first stalker. It's great. Real quick, we're gonna take 3 instruments. Cool. Look at that snare. Look at this good old snare. That snare is a friend. And what do we want here? Want a little bit of a tail, but not too much. Do something like that. Consolidate that. There we go. And we will name it the Trigger Pan Snare. There you go. You have a snare named after you now, Trigger. I hope you're happy. Sample pool. Go to my drums. Here are my drums. Cool. Yay. Yay. We have snare. Cool. So in 1 hour, we made 1 snare. I'm sure that was riveting, but that was mostly to kill time while people woke up and started joining the stream. Now people have joined the stream, so now we're gonna do some other stuff. You are relentless, Trigger. Oh my god. Trigger goes off, dude. All right, so we'll just work on a song today. I was kind of hoping we would get maybe some like heavy EDM producers in here that would want to learn about sound design, because I want to do maybe a stream where we talk about like all the different types of like bass designs, like the fundamental ones that a lot of people kind of like base a lot of sounds around to help kind of with like starting new making drops. Daft Punk, you got to it's kind of weird calling you Daft Punk. Daft Punk fan. You gotta sell yourself better than that, man. I believe in you. You want your first supporter? I'm right here, dude. I got you, fam. If you actually have a channel set up, I will not mind going ahead and following you. We all have to start somewhere. Starting out DJing, it can be intimidating, but I feel like a lot of it gets undersold a lot. How much like it's kind of like an instrument in the sense that it's just practice. It's just a lot of practice. Press the near audio mixer. Everyone keeps telling me to raise my gain on my mic. I don't know how to do that. Well, it all depends on your gain setup, Quantum. But the easiest way to do that is in OBS. I want to finish my quick little tangent there. I'm going to load this up. Hold on, guys. So, I don't know who gives a fuck, but which song do we want to work on? Do we want to do the heavy rhythm, big drop one that I was working on like a month ago? Or do we want to go back to the cutesy future one that I was working on last week? Which would you rather me work on? I'm down to work on either. It's definite Hendrick. Funk. Okay. I'll have the chats there. I could go back and look at that and I'll go check it out. Yeah. Also, we have a Discord as well. So, where I have a channel in the Discord where people could share music or music related things, maybe their mixes, and get feedback and support. So if you would like to also join the Discord, you're more than welcome to. And you can have a community on there that, like, I'll be in there specifically, at the very least, to comment and listen and share my thoughts on it, if that's something that interests you. I vote for 8-bit. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, Trigger. Why do you have fucking 3 accounts, Trigger? Anyway, back to what I was saying about DJing, though. It's just really important that you're constantly practicing and working on a set. Like, I have my DJ board right here. Sometimes, one thing I like to do to practice is I'll DJ while I stream when we're doing just, like, a more chill game where I'm able to, like, reach over and do stuff while continuing to play. Like I did it last time we played Umu Masame, and that was pretty fun. But just finding little ways to just like keep like putting on it, and then also finding really unique versions of songs can really spice up your set. Okay, but I don't. Well, that's the thing, is you just gotta ask. It is a command over on. I mean, Trigger pulls it up over here. Trigger, will you just use it to like copy and paste? I've heard that this one's broken. So give me a quick second. I don't know how it could be because it's copy and pasted from it, but let me just get that straight from the server. Don't mind my singing. It's invite Pete. Copy. And then YouTube. Oh, I'm new to the YouTube stuff, so hopefully that works fine. Cool. All right. So it's there in the chat on YouTube. Just in case that this one in Twitch is broken, there's the one on Twitch. All right, cool. Does he set up perm? I don't know. So back over to the quantum thing. So in your OBS, we'll go ahead and I'm assuming by 8-bit thing you mean this one. So we'll do. Plus, this will be a little less CPU intensive. We're gonna delete all those files. While that's loading up, let's talk about OBS and mixer gains. So like your microphone, there's my microphone. It's peaking a little bit. Technically, you're not clipping until like 0, but it is getting warm around here. That's how I have it. Jimmy shoots for his around like 15, I think. And he keeps at like -16, -15. Kind of your preference. I like loud. It's very easy to just turn down your volume. But it's really hard when something's super quiet and you have to just crank your volume knob all the way up. That shit pisses me off, and I immediately click off a video when that happens. So I'd rather just turn it down. Warm? What do you mean warm? Motherfucker. Any question? And what I wanted to show was if I go into here. So this is how I do. This is how I do my vocal processing. So this is what you're hearing right now. So if I turn off all this.
Hi guys, this is what I really sound like. This is, with all the effects, it makes me sound so much cooler, doesn't it?
No, but it's just like a lot softer and not as like and not as bright, and the dynamics are a little bit more all over the place, which is cleaner. But when you're trying to have your, I'm gonna turn these all back on before I keep talking. But when you're trying to be audible and be able to be heard like over like background music, or you're working on a song or whatever, a bunch of Twitch redeems are going off, you want to be very audible. So what this does is, and I could break this down real quick as a process. I'm sorry for those people that came from music, but this is technically audio. So it's still in the spectrum of what I should be talking. Oh, whatever. You guys are along for the ride. We're fucking vibing. So I have one of my third-party plugins booted into here. Most of you aren't going to have this. This is a $200 piece of software. And you can see it work live in action. So this is a weird, it's even hard to explain. It's basically set to take little dips out of my voice that are very like harsh frequencies and soften them out. To just help make the vocal sound very, like your voice sound a little bit cleaner. When we had the vocal processing stream where we processed Trigger's vocals, you actually saw me use this exact thing. Anytime you were distorting, boosting, or strengthening any real signal, especially voice, it's really good to do a cleaning step before you go to the boosting step. So then we have the noise gate. This is what helps stop anyone from hearing like my AC fan in the background. So you can't hear that. You can hear it while I'm talking because it's letting the audio through. But the moment I shut up the decibels behind me isn't strong enough to hit this gate threshold. And so that helps making sure that when I'm not talking, then you can just enjoy the audio of the stream. I'll do my non-copyright one. If you're posting it in the Discord, dude, you are totally ham to do anything so long as it's appropriate and not offensive. I want to make sure that my community is a kind one that doesn't discriminate against people and is supportive and wants to build everyone up. I don't want to get all like fruity, huggy, hug, but all like I want people to feel acknowledged, appreciated, and have a safe place to express themselves. Help me get to affiliate, and I'll put it on the channel points. Fuck, okay, dude, there's so much. This is the first time I've actually had a bounce between the two chats. Daddy Blue, I might need your help to set up mine for karaoke night or a music stream. You always can have my help. Trigger, my Discord is always open to you. You can give me a call. I'm telling you, your shirt being on is causing it to muffle your volume. That may be true. At 100 subs, we can test that. Help me get to affiliate, and I'll put it on the channel points. Hell yeah. Which, anyone that's not following Quantum, go give Quantum a follow. In fact, let's give Quantum a shout out. Because we have our awesome shout out functions. Boom. And then we should get down here a clip of Quantum Weeb. If it works. I'm going to be really pissed off of it. There it is.
For some trail mix.
Are you hungry?
Stuff the trail mix down my throat, see if it helps me.
Sounds like you need more clips then, Quantum. Why are you sleeping? Where are your cats? Or is this a green screen? The obscurities? Welcome to the chat room, the obscurities. Where is the cat? He's in the other room. I'll go get him. Go abduct the cat. He's a very sleepy baby. I feel bad that I woke him up from his nap. Okay. Hello? Anyone new here? This is Jackson. He's very sleepy and he just wants to go back to laying down. Good boy. I have to cringe through my VODs. I don't clip myself. I already, yeah. Yeah, clipping yourself is kind of part of the game, though, dude. It's part of the process. So, I don't know. Like, it is cringe. Like, I cringe at a lot of my streams, but I will try to leave, like, bookmarks and timestamps for specific moments, like on the Friday stream with me doing the semi-automatic dual-wielding pistols. I thought that shit was hilarious. And if I find... The thing is if you find it funny, someone else is probably going to find it funny. One is 100% available, but my first one is particularly blocked because Daft Punk is heavily copyrighted. Jackson is king. Jackson is king. Alright. So where were we? Noise gate. Cool. Then I have a thick gain. So this is what's making me super, super loud. So even when I like talk back here... Because I want to make sure that like I can be across the room, not really raise my voice, and you can still, hopefully, you can still hear me. You know, obviously the lower frequencies as the distance increases are going to taper off a lot sooner, and it'll be the higher frequencies that carry. That's why only the upper part of my voice is more audible the further I get back. But what that gain is doing is it's making sure that no matter where I am in this room, so long as it hits that volume threshold, it's being picked up and then put through the stream. But then you have the issue of like, wow, that's going to be super fucking loud, especially when you're close. And then that's where you get the compressor in and you compress the hell out of it and make it just a wall. That makes sure that we're just constantly hitting that. Well, this is specifically a limiter, but it helps the averaging and removing of dynamics. An EQ, so I could boost my high ends. I don't know. That's more for me. Another gain to make sure it's loud, and then going into a limiter. And then this specifically is so that way when I play music, when I do the music production streams, anytime that music is playing through the music capture channel, it will mute my microphone. So that way my microphone doesn't pick up my speakers. Doesn't work perfectly. I'm still fucking with that one. It's a give or take. I need to stop swearing for YouTube. It's give and take, but that's basically my whole setup for my microphone. There we go. Hope that helps someone that's wanting to learn how to stream. Okay. Jackson, I have like 60,000 notifications on Discord. Help! Bro, I don't know how to help you. I don't know how to help with that. I don't even know how to navigate Discord. That shit fucking scares me. You gotta make sure that I don't fucking leak the Discord. Okay. I don't know, man. If you can't find the Discord you joined, I don't know how to help you. I don't even know what your name is. Oh, DP fan, Extreme 16. Huge Daft Punk fan. That's all, I guess? Okay, fair enough. All right. I think I got you. Verify member. Cool. There, I just waved at you on the server and verified you, so you should be good now. By the way, there's a huge delay on what? Like on the stream? I don't know. I mean, nothing's changed. On my voice? It shouldn't be doubling. I don't... Yeah. Yeah, that's what I figured. I know YouTube has a little bit of a bigger buffer. Plus, not to mention, I am dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube, and then Jimmy Bones is downstairs also streaming. So, like, our poor internet. So, I think I did set the delay, actually, for both streams pretty high, just to help with that. That isn't the only thing bigger. Goodness gracious, Trigger. Goodness gracious. Okay. All right. YouTube, Twitch. We're going to work on this song now. Which I don't know. I don't even know what I'm going to do. If I'm being real, dog, I don't know what I'm going to do to this song right now. Why are you twitching? That probably means something. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. What does this sound like? I actually haven't exported this and put it on SoundCloud, so I haven't heard where I'm at on this song in a while. I've been listening to the older version. Like from chat? What, like delay like reading chat messages? I mean, I'm ping-ponging between two right now. And triggers in both of them, and it's extremely confusing.
There's more?
Don't give a
Cool. Okay. That was just a nice little refresher. So I know where we're at. I don't know how many times I fucking have made this section, and every single time I hate how it comes out, and it's driving me insane. I don't know what sound to put there. Get caught up on chat here. I'm constantly practicing remixing. That is awesome skill to have, and I wish I was better at remixing. It's something that I need to work on. I have a couple of remixes. Actually, over on the YouTube, I have them posted on the YouTube, and they've done all right. Well, some people fuck with them. I fuck with them. I played them live at my last show, and it was super cool. Geometry dash level. All right, that's a new one. All right, I'll take that. I don't think I've ever played Geometry Dash though. Well, I don't want to mix a pop song with it. I want it to be original, Trigger. I mean, for maybe a future show, maybe I'll put some, like, make a mashup thing with it. That could be kind of cool. Alright. Also, was kind of curious what our new snare would sound like in this context. Like, what if it sounds cool? We'll add the Trigger pan snare. Maybe it's awesome. Maybe it sounds like shit. I don't know. And then we'll like mute these guys real quick. See, it's really hard to like tell when something sounds good without context. Because right now I'm like, I really want this to be a lot brighter. That now sounds pretty cool. Practicing remixing Daft Punk songs? Hell yeah, dude. Daft Punk's dope. I fucking love Daft Punk. I grew up on Daft Punk. Just amazing artists in general. I could sing one if you want to put it. Yeah, I'm still debating putting the whatchamacallit, the Face My Fears vocals that you sent me. Actually, I think they're still in here, aren't they? Isn't the English ones here? What the fuck?
Should I take a deep? Should I take a deep? Should I take a leap?
Oh my Christ.
Breath. Should I take a deep? Faith. Should.
Wait, didn't you? I think you actually sent me new ones. Unless these are the no, these aren't the newer ones. I don't know. I'm gonna delete this. Blasting one of my ears? What? Let's see here. Trigger, where are you? There you go. What are you doing? Sure, okay, fine, whatever. God, so many open windows.
Faith, should I take a leap?
What the fuck? Don't argue with me, motherfucker! If I say it's 160, I mean it's 160. Okay, no, yeah, for sure, for sure. There you go. There you go. Holy fuck. Because it just so happens that this song is the same key and BPM of Face My Fears. So ideally this should work perfectly. We're currently working on a full DJ set. Most recently, mostly recreating a live 07. Hell yeah, how long is the set? Are we talking like a 30-minute, 45-minute, an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours? What kind of set are you preparing for?
Should I take a deep faith? Should I breath? Should I take a deep all my life? Let me face my fear.
Let me add some auto-tune to that. Where the fuck did everything go? There we go. G sharp minor.
Breath. Should I take a deep faith? Should I take a leap? Taste what a bittersweet all my life. Let me face my fears.
Oh.
Oh, let me face my fears. Won't be long, I'm almost here. Watch me cry all night.
Well, Trigger, I told you not to use any filters on it. I prefer that. That way I can do the filters. Because I have a little bit more, ability to do things with the stuff I have compared to what you're working with. My neck is gonna hurt from all this looking back and forth. Those trill runs are out of habit.
Breath. Should I take a deep faith? Should I take a leap? Taste what a bittersweet all my life. Let me face my fears. Let me face my fears. Won't be long, I'm almost here. Watch me cry all my tears.
Bring it.
Let me face all my fears. Let me face all my.
This is nice. That's... Dude. Another... Grab another one. What do I grab? Melody 3? Let's grab Melody 2. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, son. Once again, don't tell me what BPM it is. I know what BPM it is. Or more so, I trust Trigger to know what BPM it is.
Right. Should I take a deep fake? Should I take a leap? Take what a business sweet. Oh my, oh my. Let me face my fears. Let me face
Just give me all.
Right. Should I take a deep fake? Should I take a leap?
Dude, you're totally good. Daft Punk fan. You are totally good, dude. Go ahead and mute. Have me in the background. I appreciate you lurking, and feel free to chat in whenever you want, man.
Right. Should I take a deep fake? Should I take a leap? Take what a business sweet. Oh my, oh my. Let me face my fears. Let me face my fears.
Bring it.
Like, if I was gonna throw any vocals on this song for like a live edit thing, it'd probably be these ones. And just do like a Face by Fears mashup kind of thing. 'Cause that in itself, one, having a more original artist do it instead of just ripping the vocals from somewhere is already like a really cool, unique thing. And just makes the song just that much more just like creative. I don't know. I kind of want just like some distortion just to like cook the vocal a little bit. Just to make it sound just like a little, give it some like badass energy.
Right. Should I take a deep fake? Should I take a leap? Take what a business sweet. Oh my, oh my. Let me face my fears. Let me face my fears.
There. I like trying to like go like get it as close to like what Skrillex did as, I don't know. Like, he doesn't do anything too crazy. He just polishes and makes him sound really nice. Obviously, the vocalist in that song is just an amazing vocalist. But I don't know. Just kind of trying to get like a similar tone out of it, like lowering these mid, because you have a little, naturally you have a little bit of a deeper voice trigger. So to get that very like vulnerable sound, I'm trying to like just duck the mids here and boost that, make it a little bit thinner. Meaning, tell me I'm old? Bro, I do that. What are you talking about? No hate. You fire emoji up. Fucking add 6 fire emojis. Fuck them. Fire. I'm a fire emoji. Hell yeah. There we go. Fire emoji. Especially for 3. 3's my favorite number. Is that something old people do? I feel like old people don't use emojis. Like, I don't fucking use emojis. It makes no sense. I don't get it. How can you have a conversation with emojis anyway? I feel like I see emojis and I immediately think youth, but that's me. I don't know. I don't know, John. Chan. The Chahan. What's up, by the way? Thank you for joining the stream today. I appreciate you being here. I'm always vulnerable for you. God damn it. Being old isn't bad. I hope not, because I'm getting there. And it fucking sucks. Guess we're all old, dude. You're in the right place. It comes with more experience. Why'd you spell it like that, Trigger? Why'd you spell it like that? Alright.
Should I take a deep fade? Should I take a leap? Take what I bet is sweet on my life.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, I'm happy to have you here. That's why I started streaming music production, is to like talk with other music producers and, you know, find people that are interested or just starting out. So, you know, I hope you enjoy the stream. I hope you like the vibe here. And please feel free to come in anytime. I stream music production every Wednesday. And feel free to ask questions and hang out. And I hope you learn something. And if there's something I could do to help inspire you or kind of give you some direction, please let me know, and I'll be happy to talk about it. I have people come into my streams all the time, even when I'm playing video games, and then ask me a music question, and then I drop everything I'm doing because I fucking will go down a rabbit hole so quickly the moment anyone asks me about music. It is bad. So we also have a Discord too, where you can post songs you're working on and get feedback, and we can break them down on stream and dissect them and talk about them and share them as well to help support other creators. Sometimes I need to stop speaking so quickly and think what I'm saying. This sounds sick. Thanks, bruv. Hell yeah, dude. You're welcome here. Just drop a. If you like what I do and you want to know, subscribe, like, all that fun stuff. Of course, helping me get algorithm attraction is always appreciated. I just want to make music for people and hang out with cool people. If only I was a rapper. Trigger, what do you have that makes you like this? Trigger is a rare breed. By the way, this unhinged person in the corner right here, this is his vocals. He's an amazing singer and he's a really cool dude, and I have nothing but respect for Trigger, and I appreciate him every single day that he's in my chat. Like, on a serious note, like, Trigger is an awesome dude, and I am so happy that he's here. I will yell at him and make fun of him, but at the end of the day, like, he's my boy and we Gucci.
Should I take a deep fade? Should I take a leap? Take what I bet is sweet on my life. Let me face my fears. Let me face my fears.
Okay. What? I need to make this part not suck. One of these times I'm gonna make a sound that I don't hate here. That's just... I don't know. Maybe I'm just going about this... I'm just going about it all wrong, is the thing. We could try that again before I go on to something new.
Wait, there's more?
You feel like your vocals should enter quicker? I mean, okay, to be fair, full disclaimer for everyone watching, I threw Trigger's vocals in here for funsies. I want to do a Face My Fears like remix at some point, and Trigger volunteered to just kind of do the vocals for it, which I find really cool. These are not staying in this song. This is just kind of like, hey, this is the same BPM and key, so let's just throw them in there for funsies kind of vibe. I went from one more time to fucking prime time of your life. That is the darkest jump I can think of. Hell yeah, dude. I don't know why. Well, it's fucking... I'm glad you're fucking feeling it, though. Sounds like a vibe. Definitely post the stuff you do. Because I would love to hear it. I'm a huge Daft Punk fan and would love to hear mixes like that. You were saying a quarter note? Well, apparently Ableton says no. You cannot. Okay. Boom. Oh, that was a little too much. Something like that? Sure, why not?
Should I take a deep fade? Should I take a leap? Fade, but I bet it's sweet. On my night. Let me face my fears. Let me face
Bring it.
I think that's about where it would be, Trigger. It seems as normal as it's gonna get. If I were to actually have these vocals in here too, I would remove some of these other elements because I already have so many vocal elements in just the original track anyway. With all the... I rarely do two vocal chops on top of one another. This is one of those times where I think it's okay. And then we also have these vocal chops. I feel like it works, so it's fine. All right, back over here. How we make this section sound good, though? ADHD brain need to stop. We need to get this done. I like that more than last time I heard. What the fuck even is this? So like a gritty, like scratch bass, and then like, the fuck is this? That's a cool sound. Did we make that on stream? Very basic. Not a lot going under the hood here. It was cool. What happens if I added like a nice like slapback reverb to that? I wonder. Did a fire jump? Fuck yeah, dude. Keep cooking. It's a very gritty sound. Can I make you less gritty? Let's see. What if we added a bode? Don't do that though. Time to learn how to sing like an Animal Crossing character? Hell yeah. What if I did like this? Why do we have that delay? Oh. Dude, it sounds like someone's car alarm going off. So from Kudo request, I'm learning how to sing Astra's song from Zenless Sound Zero. Fuck yeah, that's cool. That moment when you hear your car alarm go off out your window. Why do we have the delay though? Reminds you of middle school? Did you have to learn how to sing in Chinese in middle school, Trigger? I'm going to figure out where the fuck. We have a MIDI input on the Corpus now? Since when? That's cool. That's so cool. Is it the resonator that does that? Didn't think so. It is built into the patch, huh? Look at that. When you know. I don't have a neck issue. What do you mean? You mean having to look back and forth at both chats? Bitch! Damn it, Trigger. Alright, okay, guess we gotta knock out 10 push-ups. So. Okay. Boom. The chest be chestin'? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Okay. Why do we get a delay? It's coming from this. I mean, do I hate the delay though? Is it really ruining the sound? Maybe. I do like what it's doing to this sound though. So.
Wait, there's more?
Bring it.
Wait, there's more?
I do still hate the decay on that. It's really annoying. So to fix that, we can then use a utility. And then you're set to a quarter, so we'll just do another retrigger envelope quarter and make it big. Like that. But this is 0. Boom. And now the decay is gone. Yeah, that's fun. Maybe another filter. Do like a high 12. Something like this, Mapes. Do something like this. Or what if it went the other way? Let's see, so that's capturing those two, it's going into the main. So what I could do, I mean, that is exactly what I'm doing, in fact. Damn it. How do I just make this signal a little weaker? Got you. Okay. And then I might just bring this down a little bit. It's a fun sound. I don't know if I like it. It's also a little cheesy. There's also this option. But it sounds kind of hollow and like weirdly like doesn't sound like it has a lot of power behind it. I don't know where I went wrong with that sound. Just sounds a little off. This one sounds full and heavy, but it's a little weird. And then this guy down here just completely missed. Cool sound. I think this could be used somewhere else in a different song. But not, I don't know. For this section, no. Sorry, trigger only music. I'm bad at it everywhere else. Everyone's got their skills, and my skills are sound design. Like, I almost want to layer this more, which would ruin it. I also don't want to spend forever on this one sound, because that's what I did last stream, and it was not a great time. But I really just like want a very plonky stab at the beginning of that sound would be very cool. Maybe we get a bigger attack on that. There we go. And a compressor. We get like some distortion on it. I'm gonna asylum. Put that before here. Big. No. We could even use that boat again. Just do the exact same thing. I kind of, even though it's annoying, I kind of fuck with it. That's fun. What if I went like that? Somewhere along the way, we kind of got lost in the sauce, though, here. I'm going to just start it all over. Not quite what I was trying to do. Sort of just kind of fucking around and finding out. And boy, did I. Let's do like a band here. And maybe? Kind of how you make like one of those like oh god, what is it called? Like the Russian like psytrance kick. Is actually pretty good. Heck yeah, dude. Cooking away over there. I'm making some weird sounds right now. And I'm here for it. Honestly, I'm here for it. I like throw a compressor on it. What if, imagine, we did that. I kind of like it. I just want something super stabby at the very beginning of every single note to just give like the ears just some little extra flavor texture for funsies. I don't know how well it's going to translate, but we're going to do it. Something stabby? Yes, perfect. You know exactly where I'm going. Let's see here. Banana Anthony, how long have you been making music? I've been that's a hard one to answer, my guy. I started writing my own music and playing instruments when I was somewhere around 8 to 10 years old. Never got really good at playing music or playing instruments. But was still just trying to write music and had a fascination. I had like my own like little band with my friends. I started producing music like digitally and using a digital audio workstation when I was 14 years old. I got FL Studio and was trying to make background music for video games that I was developing. Around the age of 18, I became a like music producer for a local rap group, making tracks and mixing vocals into beats, and then putting them up on SoundCloud. And then 7 years ago or so, I started making heavy EDM and becoming an EDM artist. So, almost 20 years. It depends on where you're drawing the line. So I just gave you a big answer. I don't know. I've been making heavy EDM for like 7-8 years now. I make music. I'm not a magician. Yes, you are. You're magic. You're a magic man. Sugar. Rumble. We could all more. I don't know what I'm going for here. I'm fucking around and finding out. That is the whole energy of this right now. Like, what does that do? Who knows? Yeah, I feel like just adding that extra layer is not is not helping. I just wanted something a little like pokey at the beginning of it for fun. You want to get like a digital VST synth? Or are we talking analog? Analog, I can't really give good recommendations. I want to get analog synths, but don't have the money and time. Are you talking about like a good synth, like digital VST synth? I feel like that's what you're asking me, but I just want to make sure I'm not confused. I want to give you a good answer. I'm gonna delete that. That's not where I'm wanting to get that. But I'm assuming you meant MIDI keyboard. So that sounds like an analog synth. Or maybe you meant actually just straight up mini keyboard. So are you wanting something like this guy right here? And then I have my MIDI keyboard like down here. Where this is a MIDI keyboard, and then this is a VST synthesizer, so a digital synthesizer. And then there's just straight up standalone analog synthesizers that are all in one packages, and you can route the audio into a mixer and play it like any instrument. That's how you distinguish the two there. Where analog is your classic like retro 70s and 80s, like a Van Halen, for example. Used I forget the name of that synthesizer, but he used a very famous one that I love, and it would probably be one of the ones I get, but it's like $2,000. Or just like my setup I have here. This setup right here, barrier to entry is really low. Pretty easy to have this setup. Maybe not Serum 2. I wouldn't recommend Serum 2. I mean, let me rephrase that. Serum 2, the software that's in front of you right now, is one of the leading, most popular, has the most like tutorials and information around it. It is one of the newest, meanest synthesizers on the market. If you have Serum 2, the door is open. You're good. You can do it. It is expensive as fuck. I had a rent-to-own Serum 1, and Excipher is so awesome, they allowed everyone that had Serum 1 to upgrade to Serum 2 for free. That's how I have Serum 2. You just shared your new vid? Hell yeah, I'll check that out. C88. New mix, I guess. You love Serum 2? That is not, you're not a noob. That is the most like base take you can have. Serum 2 is fucking amazing. But for those that can't afford Serum 2 and they're just looking into getting into music production and they want a synthesizer, I recommend Vital. I've been talking to a lot of people that have been wanting to get into this kind of space with music. And in order to like really get going, you need to get a DAW, a DAW. Like Ableton, for example, is what we're using right here, and that alone is pretty expensive. Ableton is more expensive than other ones. I think FL Studio might be a more affordable option, but ultimately you want to invest money in a workstation that you are going to thrive in and makes sense to you. I don't think any of them win. I don't think there's a better one, or you're wrong if you use Pro Tools or whatever. But you're already gonna spend money there, so asking someone to then like, hey, after you buy that, buy this really expensive synthesizer. So Vital's really awesome because it's free, open source, and so anyone can use Vital. You just download it and you're good to go. And it's based off of Serum, so if you've used Serum, Vital will make a lot of sense. And if you start with Vital and you one day get Serum, it translates over. And so Vital is a nice free option. The MIDI keyboard I'm using right here is the launch key. Where the fuck? I have the box, don't I? It's a Novation launch key MIDI keyboard with semi-weighted keys. This piano cost me $300. Not much, not bad at all. Budget keyboard, MIDI keyboards, shoot from $80 to $150 as your first time budget. All right, Odin Brand, hope kick ass in League of Legends, and good luck to you, man. Appreciate you lurking. I use my cousin's Artura Mini Lab 3, but felt limited with sounds. Let me look that up. Artura. I use some Artura software, but I don't know if I'm familiar with that one. Get that pulled up. Artura Mini Lab 3. So I can understand. That's okay. Okay, it's a MIDI keyboard. I see. I thought they just made soft. No, I'm stupid. I've seen this keyboard specifically before. Okay, I just need to refresh my memory. It's limited on, so it has its own sound bank, I presume. Yeah, got its own like standalone thing going. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's cool. Oh, I fuck with it. The thing about little like keyboards like that, where they're standalone, and you just got the bare bones for doing things. It's almost like an idea starter kind of thing. Like, I just want to get this melody down and this kind of like vibe, and then I could take it somewhere else. Probably not use the original, like any sounds from its sound bank, and probably just get a new sound altogether. I assume it works as a MIDI keyboard where you can just plug it into a computer and then just use a different sound bank, and then the sky's the limit. Here, I'm gonna hit save on this project file real quick. Like, if we want to stick to Octura, what is it? Pigments. I think Pigments is Octura, right? Which I love Pigments. Little, I think it's average. I think it's average too. All these conversations are so hard to keep up with. Yeah. So you get something like Pigments here, which is an Octura soft synthesizer. And then you get all this. Like this entire library here. And then if you just plug that MIDI keyboard into a laptop, I mean, now you're no longer limited on sounds. You're golden. Or you're like me and you just make all your sounds from scratch. Sky's the limit. Like, there's another keyboard that's like that. I think it's called the Moog, which that one's like, I don't know, it was really expensive and I couldn't justify the purchase. But it had a preset library in it, and it also had a lot of knobs and variables to like adjust the sound and like tailor it. I thought that was super cool. But at the end of the day, I'm not ever going to use it in like a song. Like, ultimately, I'm still just going to go and make something new digitally. But it's a fun, like, take it on the road or go to a nice, beautiful, like, mountain, whatever, go on a hike and then just like get in your zen and like play around making some music and then get inspired. Then come back to the workstation and make something. It's very hard though to like have access to all this stuff. I mean, like, I'm easily what BB Rixia is so pretty. I don't even, you're not even speaking English anymore, Trigger. I'm easily like $10,000 in the hole at this point with how much software I've purchased, and I'm constantly just like shoveling more money into this fucking fire. It's crazy. All right, where were we? I think I'm happy with this. It's fine. We'll just keep that.
Wait, there's more?
It's fine. Sorry, ADHD. I don't know what that is. I still don't know what it is, Trigger. Alright. I know I wanted to do the hats over again. At some point I need to finish the song, but that's probably gonna be off stream when I'm not super distracted by everyone chatting and like trying to answer things, which is not your guys' fault. I love y'all being here, and I seriously, huge shout out to everyone that is here and hanging out. I appreciate you. It's been a lot of fun. But probably going into our final segment of I might just make some new hats. These are just some like hats I made a while back that I used to like throw into drops so that way it's not empty. Awesome, thanks, bro. Well, glad to be helpful. For anyone that's just joining in or didn't hear me say earlier, but I do the music streams every Wednesday. Anyone with music questions or just likes to talk about music or have something in the background that's music related, or have discussions, have questions, please feel free to hop in any of these streams. Even the streams I'm not doing music, as long as you don't derail what I'm doing, we can still talk about music. You can also message me too. So I'm happy to help anyone with any music questions they have. I want to help people. It's like my favorite thing to do. Just throwing that out there. If we have anyone new here that is their first time in the channel and are intimidated with learning music and music production, it is intimidating. There is a lot to it. It can be very confusing. I am still very ignorant and constantly am learning new things all the time. And that's still after like years and years and years of doing this. And I will probably never know everything. I mean, no one will ever know everything. I wonder if I should get my hat generator out. I made a hat generator. Let's go get the hat generator. Let's see what it do. BRB? Alright, trigger's gonna be BRB. Ooh. Don't touch this knob. Okay. Why can't I touch the knob? This is a weird hat. Ooh. Oh! It's your mother? What's up, dude? Okay, what's up? I hope you're not my mom. That'd be horrifying. That sounds like a hat. The hat generator only works 25% of the time every time. That sounds so cool. Maybe it was 2016. What? All right, well, welcome in. Welcome in. I just hear Jimmy screaming from across the house. Oh my god. Neat. Now, there's some very important questions to answer. All right. Who's my favorite Japanese band? That is a great question. That's an awesome question, actually. I love that. I love that. I want to say Yorosobi, but maybe not. Let me look at this real quick. Yorosobi. Asian Kung Fu Generation seems too easy. Although they are amazing, I won't lie. Wait, Creepy Nuts is fucking killing it right now. I want to say it has to be Creepy Nuts. I think that's who I listen to the most. out of like all the Japanese artists I listen. Can I go to like my favorites? Yeah, liked music. Give me this. Asian Kung Fu Generation. Aqua Times, Eve. Eve is really good. Oh yeah, but I only know that one song. A lot of Yoasobi. Lisa's hype. Fucking love Lisa. Nico touches the wall. Oh, wait. Nico touches the walls. Final answer. That's my favorite fucking Japanese band. Nico touches the walls. All right, so real quick, I'm just going to do that, do this, freeze that, get this, drop this, grab this, paste this. Cool, new hat. New hat unlocked. Nothing that crazy. That's some great picks I never heard of. Well, hell yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of them are just like mostly known for being anime intro artists. I think almost every single one of those. But at the same time, in Japan, if you're a big artist, you get asked to do anime intros. So being an intro artist is not necessarily a bad thing, and in fact is actually a huge compliment to their skill. But it is kind of like a little bit like basic American weeb to like only know the ones that are like from animes. But not every single artist I listen to I've found from an anime. Metal band. I don't... Wait, no, hold on, wait. I don't know if they're a metal band, but I know one song, I think. Again, it's the outro to Death Note Season 2. Death Note outro. Season 2. Kira. I don't know if this is like a metal artist. I don't even know if they're even like from Japan. Oh, I know! No, that is what they are. Maximum Hormone is a Japanese heavy metal hardcore punk band from Hachiri. Oh my god, that's a hard one to pronounce. Hachioji, Tokyo. From Tokyo. That's the only one I know. So, I guess that one. Boop. Put this cute little hat in there. And then I'm gonna mute these. Mute all this. Da. That's fair. I don't listen to a lot of metal in general. Like, so I wouldn't be able to answer that much anyway, even if you remove the Japanese part of it. I just don't listen to a lot of metal. There are those moments. There is a few. But not enough where like, this is my favorite artist. It's just more like, I know this one song and I like it. And then there's this other song that I play sometimes. So, all right, out of sheer laziness, we're gonna go to the Splice library. My hats, I haven't made good hats yet, unfortunately. A lot of my hats suck. Oh wow! Thank you so much for the follow. That means a lot, and that also puts us at 80. It's not updating for some reason on here. I don't know if you just followed and unfollowed immediately. That'd be mean. No, it updated. Okay. We have officially reached 80 followers on Twitch. That's fucking cool. We are almost to 100. That is the goal. Before the end of the year is we need to hit 100. I don't know what we're going to do at 100. We can let the community kind of help figure that out. But thank you so much. That means a lot. And I hope you enjoy the content. I'm not that mean. Hell yeah. Maybe you are my mom. Who knows? Alright. Let's see. I want a big hi-hat. Yeah. Something that rings on for a minute. I didn't mean to double click that, and I'm scared what you were about to do. Lovely. What are you actually doing here? You're busy, right? I'm making music. I mean, I guess the title doesn't quite make it obvious, but yeah, we making music right now. I mean, we're also just kind of vibing and chatting as well. What, Lars? Is that even a drummer? I don't know. Me? Can it be me? Can I make it easy on myself? I don't think you would agree with me, but at least you know, that's an answer. God, who's the drummer in Metallica? I'm like scared to say his name because if I say the wrong name or I say like the singer, then I'm gonna look like a total jackass. Oh no, wait. Well, him, but also the drummer from 30 Minutes to Mars. Fucking amazing drummers. I'm seeding peak confusion. Hell yeah. Go for it. It's also a good one. Maybe I can get these ones. No. I just want big splashes on all of them. And then we'll do this. That's too chaotic. No. And then maybe I'll use some of my own for the little stabbier bits. Dude, no, Lars goes ham. What are you talking about? I mean, I don't know if there's anything new about him, but the stuff I've seen of like him performing in studio sessions, he fucking goes ham. Oh, well, I'm sticking with my original answer that I'm my favorite drummer. Because I technically played the drum in the band. I wasn't good at English, but I was good at music. Shannon, let a drummer for 30 seconds. You start songs with drums. I just make 12 melodies and arrange them From there, then I close my eyes and just throw a random drum sample on it. That's fair. I never said I started my songs though with drums. This one does, kind of. Yeah, it does. It starts with drums. All the way over there. It starts with this guy. No, fuck off. Not you. Starts with this. Which isn't even really a drum layer, more just like a textural fucking random thing in the background. But it's percussive and rhythmic, so do with that what you will. You're playing League? Hell yeah. Are you winning? And who's your main? Tell me now. I'm too fucking lazy right now. Maybe I am like Lars. I'm just lazy. Just all my hats are just way too short though. If I want like a good like splash on it, some nice like release. No, we lost. Kog'Maw mid and wait, mid and top got 0 kills, 5 deaths in the first 10 minutes. Rough, dude. So they just fed? Nah, dude. Last time he went ham, he was on his 4th album. Bro, I mean, Metallica's fucking old now. I don't even like. I can't even feel like we're allowed to judge them anymore. Like, they made some fucking great music, and they like smashed records. You know, at this point, like what they do is what they do. Thank you, A. Make sure that's routed correctly. Sure, why not? Sounds fine enough. Might have gotten a little too gun-ho about that, but it'll be fine. I'm sure. It'll be hard to fix that. I think your hat size is fine. I don't, Trigger. I want it to be better, damn it. I want them to be long and thick, like everybody else's. Sample pool. Get more hi-hats. If we layer enough hi-hats, just maybe it'll sound like a professional. Maybe we'll sound cool. That I was on crack that day apparently. I don't trust that one. We'll do the top hat. Okay, I think one trick I saw from Samplifier Is he used like a vocoder to like extend a ride to like make it sound bigger? I want to try that. Wait, no, that's Vocaloid. Wrong folder. We want a vocoder. Thank you. This one? Because then we could go noise, enhance, gate. And then increase the release. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that does work. Nice. Yeah, damn. It's a nice little free trick there. Then maybe just one more hat layer, and I'll be happy. And then maybe my father will finally call me. Maybe for this like odd one right here. Or what if I could also try this out. Fun, but too chaotic. And then maybe just dial it back a little. I think what the fudge? I can't add a filter to it? There it is. Let's invert that signal. And then let's pan it to give it some stereo width. There we go. Nice little swing to it. And then I just want these like crashes to just be bigger. We could. What does this sound like? Just. And what do you sound like? Screw it, let's just go ahead and throw that exact same vocoder on this guy as well. Yeah, that's nice. We're gonna make it a little louder too. And finally, just do a couple little touch-ups on a few things. Like, I don't know. I do just want it pretty loud. Those drums sound super messy. I'm not gonna lie. Let's try to maybe reel those back in. Nice little trick for hi-hats is to add kind of like a gate to them and do sort of like a side chain on it. Helps them pump too. And yeah, maybe that one's a bit much. I don't know. Maybe I do want this like more. Like going like this. Oh yeah, that's that new one we made. I hate it. We're killing it. I'm gonna take like a dB off of that. And then I'm going to do this. And I can just cut it out like this. Perfect.
Bring it.
Okay, that compared to the old ones.
Bring it.
These are a little bit faster and more hype, energized. These ones are on drugs. These ones are a little bit more lush and bright. I mean, I could say fuck it and just have both.
Bring it.
And just like lower this back a little bit. Take you down a little bit too. Call it a day.
Bring it.
I don't know. My miss. Maybe I will either recreate a similar pattern to this on that, or take out some of the like 16th notes out of there and just let this guy be the rhythm while these are kind of more of the crash pattern. And do something like that. I don't know. I got a little sidetrack today. It was really cool seeing all the new people in the stream though. I'm super happy so many people came by to say hello and hang out. I'm really hoping I get to see you guys next time. And so I think we're gonna go ahead and raid into somebody. If we can get everyone to buckle in their seats for a moment to get ready for raid. We're gonna go raid Mr. Real Craig. So, cool beans. I hope everybody has a great night, and thank you so much for watching. We're gonna go to the credits and shout out everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.